Hi, have you ever wondered what's happening around you? Like why the weather is changing a lot, why it's hotter every time, or why the traffic jam is heavier than before? Or here's a better question. Have you ever wondered what is going to happen to you or your family in the next 10 years? Well, I have wondered that, and believe me, I don't see a very bright future. It's not because I feel like I'm a failure. No, it's just because the things are happening around us. Every problem that is growing year by year is so overwhelming. I don't know what is going to happen to me in the next 10 years. Maybe we're going to be in the middle of a world war, or the weather is going to be so hot that it will be impossible to me to still live, or something like that. So that questions, that problems have a name, and I think that's a common enemy that all we have. And what's the name of that enemy? Well, I think that the name of it is the Metacrisis. Um, I'm Cesar Valera, and I'm going to answer these three important questions. First, I explain you what is the Metacrisis and why you should care about it. Then, I'm going to explain you the Metacrisis in practical examples so you can understand. And finally, I'm going to explain you how we can overcome the Metacrisis and how young people like me have the key for doing so. First, what is the Metacrisis? Well, the Metacrisis, let me explain you in a better way. First of all, it's not related with the metaverse that Mark Zuckerberg once explained us a few years ago. It's not related at all. The metacrisis is the problems that we are facing as human beings every day. It's a representation of the inability of the human being to solve its own problems. We think that we are doing good. No, we are not doing anything at all, but we pretend that we are doing. So, without direction, we feel like we are in the middle of two epochs. I think that we are in that epoch. We don't know where we are, and I think that humanity needs a new era, like for example the Renaissance. So this is the meta crisis. So, you understand? Maybe yes, maybe not. Okay, if not, don't worry, I will explain you again. The meta-crisis, we can see it as two examples. For example, we can see it as a puzzle. A puzzle is full of pieces. It's complicated. I have made a lot of puzzles before and it takes a lot of hours. It depends on what image you're pretending to solve. So for me, that's a really good example of the meta-crisis. Because the meta-crisis for me is all these little pieces that forms a big image. So we need to fix all these little issues to solve the main problem. And that main problem is the meta-crisis. You can see the meta-crisis as your own room. Imagine your room. Maybe this is the best representation of your room. Maybe it's all messed up, all the clothes are on the floor, or in your bed, maybe there's trash, or something like that. Well, maybe you feel comfortable around your own place. That's good, but actually it's not. Maybe your parents are mad at you because you didn't clean up your own room. So that's another example of the crisis. For example, you are a representation of the people in the world, and your parents are the people that don't want to live these problems anymore. Maybe like activism that they want to change. So all your clothes, all your trash, all the mess you have in your room is every problem that is around the world. So now that we understand the mental crisis, I'm going to explain you what we can do for solving it. Well, it's not that easy, but we need initiative. So, what we can do as young people like me and you, we need to solve this right now. We have the key on our hands to solve this problem. We cannot wait a little longer for solving it. Maybe your future, you perceive it as bright, as you can be the most successful person that is around your country. But imagine that in a couple of years there's a world war where nuclear war is imminent, or maybe you don't have enough resources to afford your career because the economic crisis had rose up and now you are not able to continue your dreams. That's why we need to wake up. Wake up. We can't wait any longer for solve this problem. That's why we are making this project. We are investing our time and efforts to make you know that this is a big problem that we need to solve. So, the mental crisis is not going to defeat us. This is your wake up call. We don't have to fall. So, are you ready to take this challenge? Thank you so much.